And then I have a 13-year-old. So we're like in the thick of it. Hey guys, I have the pleasure of interviewing one more person as it relates to our film that we're about to go screen. She started it. Raisa Matala, thank you so much for being with us. You and I were just talking a little bit about how us as girls are just treated a little differently, even in kindergarten. Like, a girl is acting out and like, hey, you need to not be so wild and settle down. And a boy acts out and they say, boys will be boys. Did you experience this?
It's actually funny you say that because I think I experienced that last week. But you're right. I mean, I think from a young age we're kind of set with this present of, society teaches girls that they need to settle down and be ladies, and that guys get to go jump up and climb trees and throw football, and it's not okay for us. And that from a very young age gives the illusion that we're just not good enough or capable to go out and do more than what we're expected to do. Tea parties just aren't for girls.
And they're not for me either.
But no, and I think as we grow up and they have this idea already set in their minds that, you know what, I'm not allowed to do certain things, they kind of back away from it. And STEM is a really great example of something that girls start backing away from in a very young age, because they have this misconception that being an engineer is for a boy. Loving math is not cool enough or pretty enough, and they need to worry about things like their hair, which is great, but you can do calculus and still rock a good updo.
Love that. Exactly. I was talking about reading a couple of the different books, and one of the things that's shifting too is women as that the value is in how you look. So even as it relates to sexuality, it's performance rather than pleasure. And that idea of you being something for someone else rather than just being your own human. And I love that you guys are saying not only do we need to say these STEM options are for everyone, but also we need to have heroines that we can say, oh, look at her. I look like her. I can do this. So tell me a little bit about the professional organization you're involved with.
So the Young Professionals in Minneapolis is a nonprofit in Minnesota, and we seek to bring together young professionals in a variety of ways and a variety of industries, but we set them up with mentors, advisors, we open panels, Q&As, roundtable discussions, and we focus on bringing in a good mix of male and female leaders, because that's important.
Absolutely.
Girls run the world. I think everyone's afraid to say it sometimes, and hey, I love men too, so. But I think a big part of where we are today and how we move forward is because there are women who are hardworking, dedicated, and determined to actually make that change. And I think it's about time to get recognized for that. So.
Absolutely. How can people get involved with the organization?
Go to youngprofessionalsminneapolis.org, check us out there. But there are a lot of different organizations too. Girls Who Code is one of my favorites. Check them out, their books are great. And actually, Christy Hemmer over there has AWE, which is the Academy for Women Empowerment. So definitely check her out, because it's these smaller groups and individuals who are making a huge difference. And if we all kind of work together on it, we can finally start making a change.
I'm involved with an organization called Mad Women, like Mad Men, because I do a lot of advertising stuff. And what I love most about the organization is that it's all-inclusive. We are raising everyone up. But to do that, it's a boys' club, in a lot of these things. And I think if we can view each other all as assets, that men can view us as assets, we can view men as assets, which it sounds exactly like you're doing. But then also there's aspirational people to look up to and say, she did it. I can do that too. So let's go watch the movie. Thank you so much. It was great talking with you.
Thank you.
Good night, everybody.